Hi, my name is Yanis. I'm a ZK engineer and I'm working at the Ethereum Foundation. And today I'm going to speak about a new initiative that we are working on since a few weeks, which is called IPTF for Institutional Privacy Task Force. And basically our goal is to help institutions understanding how they can use the Ethereum ecosystem while meeting their privacy requirements. Yes, so I'm going to introduce like why it's important, why do we work on that, and what's our approach to actually help both the institutions, but also the Ethereum ecosystems and the application layer and the infrastructure layer to catch up with all these institutional requirements when it comes to privacy. So basically, as you may have seen, there is a huge demand at the moment from institutions for tokenization of assets. And today, the main blocker is actually privacy. And so this is the leverage that it can bring in terms of impact for the whole Ethereum ecosystem. Like even just having 1% of penetration rate from these institutions might mean like a 100x for the whole Ethereum ecosystem. Like one big institution can touch like a huge user base and onboard like million users at once, and it's not like we are like in a phase where it's hypothetical. Oh yeah, maybe like Ethereum would catch up at some point, and maybe institution would be able to use it. It's like usable now, and the rares are here. It's just a matter about like trying to reach to them, work together, and make sure they understand the value proposition. Yeah, so just to insist again on timing. There is really like a big demand now, and they want tokenization now. They want it fast. They want it private. So yeah, we are trying to answer this demand. Yes. So why are they are like interested into Ethereum now? So these financial institutions, they have been like experimenting with what they would call like blockchain like for years, like all the projects in private networks that they've maintained, they've experimented with it. But now they realize that there is like a huge loss to not use public networks. And when it comes to like choose public blockchains, they're aware of the value of Ethereum in terms of liquidity, censorship resistance, 10 years uptime, and also like the neutrality of Ethereum makes it a settlement selling point as well for them. So as I said, like there is huge limitation in using private networks, and they want to go over now. So who we are? So again, we are a very small team. Only 4 at the moment, and we have business leads, technical architects, and researchers. And our approach is we have one main project that I'm going to introduce after, but basically our goal is to open source all these resources. So what we want is for financial institutions to come and have a resource when they can understand what's where the Ethereum ecosystem is at in terms of privacy, what are the assumptions, who they can talk to if they wanna push forward, and yeah, basically having this playbook about how it comes to tokenize assets using Ethereum and doing it like the private way. Yeah, and as I said, like they are very demanding, and they want like performance, privacy, compliance, and they want all of that right now. Another initiative that we run is that, so in the past couple of weeks, we've discussed with a lot of institutions, and some of them have like very clear prompt about like what they want to learn, and so we are trying to organize workshops for them, explain to them exactly what the Ethereum ecosystem has to offer in terms of privacy. So we have gathered like a lot of use cases, and our approach is that we gather them like through discussing with institutions. We don't make any speculation here. We are sitting at the table with them, discussing with them, and they tell us like what they want to achieve like in 6 months, a year, a few years from now. So our goal is to be able to deliver privacy specifications, guidance playbook, and potentially like a proof of concept if there is a specific need. Again, we want all these resources to be as open as possible and as accessible as possible for everybody. So our main initiative for the moment, public initiative for now, it's the IPTF mapping. So it's a public repository under the Ethereum GitHub organization. And basically, if you go to that repository, what you will find is that you will find different buckets. So you can start by exploring use cases. So what these institutions like, what are they trying to achieve? And then like to answer these use cases, you would have like approaches, which are like kind of architectures that can be broken down into like technical or privacy patterns. So our goal is to be able to map like all the privacy patterns available, all the approaches available, all the architectures, as well as who are building these architectures and who institutions can talk to. And through gathering all these resources, we want this place to be like, again, the privacy playbook for institutions. So another folder that we have that is really important is just having like a small overview about jurisdictions. What are the requirements in different parts of the world? So for now, we can't map like the whole world, of course, but we have like some specifications in like few main places, such as like the US, Europe, or Hong Kong, for example. Yes, and so yeah, basically, as I said, we want to gather all these patterns, and from these patterns, being able to answer the use cases that institutions have. And yeah, basically, like it could be how to do atomic delivery versus payments for institutions. How can they have like, I don't know, for example, the cash leg being public, but the asset leg being private? Is there like a strong enough interop layer to have it like on different networks? So all these questions that they have and that we are trying to answer. And yeah, basically, this is again saying what I was saying, and just to give you like some hints about like use cases. So you have like things like private broadcasting, like how they can have like pre-trade privacy, how they can tokenize bond and have them like both in the first and the secondary market privately, as well as private stablecoin payments or private trade settlements. Yes, so the mapping would serve like for them like as a decision map. So they would be able to find their use case, to see like all the potential solutions that are accessible to them, and yeah, and we want to do it like the neutral way, of course. So yes, so this is the link to access this mapping. If you're like a solution provider, please like go there, make a pull request, explain what you're building, explain how we can solve like institutions' problems. You have like use cases and how you can just basically how you can answer these use cases. And if you work for institutions as well, would love to discuss. I think I'm at time now, but I don't know if I have time for questions or no. Okay, all right. Thank you. See you.